A founder reached out to me once. He was worried that his team is making mistakes. When I looked at the situation, it turned out that it was a normal process of exploration that all teams go through, all people go through. Sometimes we try something and then it doesn't work, then we try the other one. The founder did not have an understanding of this concept. He had a very simplistic model that making a mistake is bad. It is bad if you are a pilot and you land your plane on railway tracks instead of a runway. But tech is not like that. Entrepreneurship is not like that. Work is not like that. It's not a linear path where you know where you are supposed to go and you just go that way. You have to try out multiple things. All the more so if you hire junior engineers to save cost. If you hire only junior engineers, especially without a lead, or mostly junior engineers, things like that. You can't make mistakes all the time because then your company will be dead. So you need to have a budget for making mistakes, and it can't be 0%, right? Which is the other mistake, right? If you want to have a 100% error budget, be in academia, do a PhD, whatever it may be a researcher, even in a company, right? That's a different environment. But if you are doing actual production work, right? When we talk about R&D, there's research, there's development. If you're doing development, you can't have a 100% error budget. But 0% is not right either. And if you're a manager or founder and you insist on that, despite your best intentions, it will come across as stifling, that there's no room to try out things. Competent engineers will leave your team. And anyway, you won't get the outcomes you want if you don't allow people to try things out. And this concept applies personally as well. You need to have a personal budget for mistakes. I am talking to a company that works in the area of ADAS, automated driving assistance systems. Things like self-driving, lane departure warning systems, etc. Front collision warning, right? If you are following another vehicle too closely, or if you are about to hit the car in front of you, warning systems using computer vision, radar, LiDAR. I didn't work on this. I have a level of discomfort, but that is part of my error budget. If I only did work I was 100% comfortable in doing, I would never grow. So this is an example of an error budget. I don't take only such assignments, but when they come my way occasionally, I don't say no. So another example of an error budget is I sprained my foot playing tennis, and for a month I couldn't play. And it took 2 months to fully recover. Which is good, because if I'm not doing that, it means I'm sitting on the sofa all the time and my health will deteriorate. So on the other hand, if I were to, go skydiving and my parachute fails to open and I die, that's like too much of an error budget, right? So you can't have zero error budget where you're sitting on the sofa so you're never injured, but you can't take risks to the extent that you die, either individually or at the company level. So understand this concept of an error budget and have a healthy error budget in your team. I understand that many early stage startups would react to this by saying that's a good principle, but we don't have the luxury of doing that. Unfortunately, an error budget is necessary to deliver the things you want to deliver. It's not a luxury. It's not like giving employees free lunch. You can say, oh, we don't have the luxury to do that, we are not Google. This is not like that. This is something where if you don't do it, it's hard. It's hard, especially when you don't have the resources and the time, but you still have to do it because that's the only way to get results.